Hi. Often we see projects with cost overrun, time overrun, projects suffering badly, 2 years project going into 3 years, 1,000 crore projects ending up with 1,500 crores. We have seen a lot of such cases, and trust me, in India, most of our infrastructure projects are suffering only because of these two reasons. Either it is having a time overrun or a cost overrun. Today, the idea to talk to you is in my last journey of 30 years in the construction industry, working in mega projects, understood five very important things which are required in order to take command of your project. Trust me, if you are having a good mastery and a good exposure of these five metrics and you implement them honestly, truly, and practically, I can bet you your projects will be always in your control. There may be several external factors which we call enterprise factors. They will be there. Some of them are within your control, some of them are beyond your control. But still, as long as you have these five magical metrics with you, trust me, you will be the winner. I'll start with the first one, and please stick to me till I give you the last one, because the last one is the magical one. The first matrix which you should be a master of in your project is the cost performance index, the CPI. When we talk about CPI, it's basically a component of earned value management wherein we take three things into consideration: the earned value of the project, the planned value of the project, and the actual cost which is incurred on the project. So the first metric which you must use, you must have a mastery on, is the cost performance index. When we talk about the cost performance index, you need only two components. You need the earned value and the actual cost. With the help of this, the answer which you will get is that how is my project now? Cost point of view, how is my project? This is the answer you will get with the help of cost performance. How is my project? Now, if you have a figure out of this CPI analysis, if it is more than 1, it's going good. If you are at 1, you are average. You should try to improve. If you are below than 1, it's a warning sign that you must improve. So with the help of cost performance index, you have understood that how is my project. And I hope that throughout your life, you will get always a figure of more than 1. This is my good wishes to you. However, if at all it is not above 1 or it is below 1, you will always have a wish, always have a will to know that okay, this is the fact, but by what amount? How much is the variance? Then you will use the second matrix, which is the cost variance. So when you work with the cost variance, you again have this combination of earned value and actual cost. This second metric, the cost variance, will give you a very important answer that okay, there was a variation, whether positive or negative, but by what amount? That answer of amount will be given by this third matrix, which is the cost variance. The third and the most important metric which I have seen in my last 30 years, which is always like a foolproof method to take complete command of your project, is the schedule performance index by using the earned value and planned value. I'm talking to you, these are all the components of earned value, but very, very valuable method, very valuable technique and tool. When you do the schedule performance index, you understand that whether your project is having a time overrun, whether it is running in schedule, within schedule, or it is having a time which is ahead of the schedule. So you have these three scenarios. Again, going back to the same philosophy, if you are having a time overrun, you need to see your corrective actions in your critical path method or your critical path activities. And as you know, like in your project, critical path activities are the prime activities to be focused on. Whenever you have a problem in your SPI, first review your critical path and the events and the activities on the critical path. This is best way to take command of your project. Fourth is also a very important thing, which is the TCPI. This is to complete performance index. For example, you have a project of 1000 crores. Till now you have spent 600 crores. You are left out with another 400 crores, but you see that the activities which are balanced, in order to complete these activities, you will have to spend another, say for example, more than 400 crores. So what does it mean? It means that you are going to spend more. So your TCPI is something which will give you an alert. So to complete performance index is also a very important metric which can make you aware that you have this provision or you don't have this provision, so go accordingly. You can right away start optimizing your project activities and resources, and the cost optimization you have to start carrying out. As I told you, the fifth one is the most important thing, which normally I have not seen any of the project manager or any of the project heads implementing in their project. That is most important metric, and that is the NPV, the net present value. You may tell me that NPV is basically a method for project selection, product selection, or because in NPV what we are doing is the net present value. So we are talking about the future value of the money. The magical thing is the net present value when we apply in our projects. After your net present value, and especially this is applicable to the projects which is owned by the agency who is doing the construction. If it is a contractor who is doing the construction for you, the NPV may not be very much feasible for him, but it is for the in-house construction wherein the production and the revenue from the production is dependent upon your construction. It is applicable for those. So in our career, we have several times worked for the production units or the metro systems, and we know that how the revenues are going to be generated. So when you have this NPV method, and I tell you the magic here, as I told you, the most important thing, even if you are having a figure less than 1 in your cost performance index, even if you are having a not very pleasant figure in your cost variance, even if your SPI, the schedule performance index, is not giving a very good figure to you, even then the magic can happen with NPV. If you do the NPV analysis and you get a positive figure within your budgeted range, if you get a positive figure, you still have room to improve, you still have something to improve upon, and you still can take command back to your control of your project. But then this NPV, the net present value, is something for which you must have a clear and fair idea of your project finances, your cash flows, your cost of capital, your everything should be known to you. Then this NPV becomes a magical thing for you. So friends, I hope this small video will give you a very good insight about the controlling commands and the tools of your projects. We'll keep on meeting, we'll keep on discussing more about these matrices, controls, and I'm sure that I will be able to give you good inputs through my videos. You have to do one thing, that you have to stick to my channel, PPM with Rajdeep, Practical Project Management with Rajdeep, and trust me, I'll give you a lot of good inputs which I have gathered in the last 30 years. We have lot of experience about those failures, those success stories, those challenges, those overcomings, those staying overnights in the projects. Somewhere we have to have these things put together, and we have to utilize them, we have to engage them, and for that I'm here to give you the maximum input so that you can benefit out of my experience. I'm very thankful to you. So you are sticking to my channel, you are sticking to my videos, you are sticking to my series. You can always contact me. My channel is there. You can always leave me a message. I'll definitely revert back to you. For a deeper conversation, we can always connect one-to-one for any challenges in your project. With this, I'll take this opportunity to take a off from this video today, and I hope that this video will really be giving you a lot of benefit. And trust me, please stick to these 5 methods. They will be giving you huge benefit. By the way, take care. Have a very great day ahead. Take care. Bye bye.